to make a palletizing pattern for a specific customer. So we are on the customer dashboard where there are certain functionalities and different functionality cards. And now I want to add palletizing pattern here. To do that, I need a product. However, I know that in the sequence of creating a pattern, I will also be given the option to create a product. So usually what I do when I create a palletizing pattern, I just go straight to patterns and click create. So here you will get the option. Do you want to create a palletizing pattern based on an existing palletizing pattern you may have used on the robot before? So you can upload any previously made palletizing patterns that's offline. You can also pick one from your current inventory, but now I want to make a new palletizing pattern. To create a new palletizing pattern, I need to know what product I want to palletize, and I can pick from inventory, but also here gonna click new. So the new product I simply name, and I enter the right dimensions. Let's see, like this. Important to get both dimensions and weight right, as all of this is important for the robot and how it's going to do any palletizing algorithms. Also, label orientation. If you have criteria like labels facing out, we need to know what side of the box this label is going to be on coming down the conveyor. So the right side is seen from the end of the conveyor looking up. So that's what the robot is doing. So that's why this is on the right side now. I have added my product, and I also need to add a new pattern for this product. Click new. And I am given a suggestion based on the product. I can now also change different layouts. I can see that the metrics on how many boxes, how tall it is, and so on is viewed on the top here. So I think the previous pattern was more efficient. Could do 65 boxes. Can also use different pallet types. I'm gonna go with the U1 and I'm gonna name it demo pattern. Just adding new layers. And you see there are some different functionalities we'll dig into in a later video. What I want to show though is the label direction. So if you have the requirement of labels facing outwards, you need to check this box. Labels facing outwards will mean the robot will always do palletizing to make those labels face out of the pallet. If you use the optimized, that means the robot doesn't really care how it places the logos. It just does what is best for its own palletizing algorithms. But I'm going to go outwards. Max grip, also something I want to explain. Max grip is the maximum amount of boxes that the robot is allowed to pick based on the hardware configurations. So set to auto, then Pally will automatically figure out whether it should pick 2, 3, or 1 box in the certain pick. That depends on the pattern and depends on the hardware you've chosen. So you recommend having this to auto, but if you know that the palletizer will never pick more than 1 or 2 boxes, you can set that here. Finally, the required speed is also for simulation. If you have a certain speed requirement, you want this pattern to reach, it's good to set here, then it will show up on the report whether the palletizing simulation reaches that target or not. So now I am satisfied with my pattern. I can go in and customize this to a very high detail, but that's good for now. So I simply click create, and I confirm these are the right metrics and pattern. I click save. So here now you will see in my list of patterns, it shows up the demo pattern in here. If I want to use this file for the robot, then I click the download JSON file. That's the file you import to the robot for start palletizing. Also, you can click the pallet report to download the PDF of the pallet pattern itself. So in next video, I'm going to show you how to start simulations based on the palletizing pattern.